Is that your note taker in there?
I
That
don't know
Casey?
where that came. No, I don't know where that came from. I think it came from Kevin.
Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning. We're going to get started in just a few minutes.
Hey, John,
Okay.
how you doing, man?
Sir, how are you doing?
I saw Mark there too. How you doing, Mark?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I did get your thermos thing.
Good, good. I appreciate both of you guys and the things that you guys are doing for not just me, but companies like me. So
All right. All right, John, I think we got enough here to get started. Hey, this morning we're going to be talking about how to pitch your business. And I'm going to start with this. Hold it. I don't know if I shared this right. Hold on. Let me stop sharing. Yeah.
Recording in progress. Recording in progress.
Not sure what's going on there, John. I tell you what, today we're going to start out talking about how to share your business. I mean, how to pitch your business. I was just trying to share the screen, which we think is something very important. Pitching is not just pitching and pitch contests, it's every time you talk about your business. And today, John's going to go through and talk about how to do that. He manages a lot of our pitch contests for our different accelerators. So, John,
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Give me one second. I'm going to share my screen. And give me just a second. All right. Can everybody see my screen? Hello? Are we there?
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
yeah, we can see it.
All right. So, like Mark said, when we're talking about pitching, the main thing is we want to talk about that elevator pitch or how to really talk about your business. You really want to understand what's the best way to communicate with other people about who you are and what you do. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And of course, everybody knows I'm very interactive. So, I'll be calling on you guys or asking people to kind of give some input. And if you have your pitch or your elevator pitch, I would love to hear them. So we're going to be going through that today. All right. So what is it and why does it matter? So as we all know, elevator pitch is kind of a brief, summary of your business or your idea, anywhere between 30 and 60 seconds. And the reason it's called an elevator is because again, it's something that's supposed to be short, sweet, where you don't know how much time you have to talk to that person. They may be getting off on that very next floor from you. So you want to make sure you can get in what you need to say quickly and get that information or connect with them as soon as possible. So when we think of elevator pitch, we want something that's going to make that person not only remember us, but want to learn more, want to find out more. And so sometimes one of the mistakes that we make is we talk way too much. We give them so much detail in that quick moment that they don't feel like they need to talk to us anymore. Or I don't need to meet with you because you told me everything right now. So we always want to leave them wanting more. So that's how I want you to think about it. How can we leave them wanting more so that they want to connect with me, want to schedule some time or an appointment so we can meet? So when we think about elevator pitch, let's look at a couple examples. So, Steve Jobs convinced John Scully to join Apple with one powerful question. Do you want to sell sugared water for the rest of your life, or do you want to change the world? So in doing that, he made him think about what he was doing, and did he want to do more? Did he want to be a part of more? So that opens that question of, well, what can I do that's gonna, what are you doing that's gonna change the world? And yes, I want to be a part of that. So those are the kind of things that we always want to make sure that we're doing, is we're asking, making people think as we talk to them, as we communicate with them. And so we look at, as immediate results. A compelling pitch can secure funding, partnerships, or sales on the spot, transforms casual conversations into business opportunities. So that's how we want to do it. We want to make sure that what we're doing is going to compel them to want to have that relationship and to build that relationship. All right, does that make sense to everybody so far?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So we think about it in action. One graphic artist shifted from saying, I'm a graphic artist, to I help people get more business by drawing their dreams, and triple their client inquiries. Again, when you're thinking about your pitch, when you're thinking about what you say to people, you got to be able to not only relate to them, but you got to be able to connect. So being a graphic artist can mean a lot of different things to different people. But when I say I help you draw your dreams, I bring your dreams to life, that's different. That's going to make me want to be tied into what you do and say, wow, I want that. That's what I want. I need that as a part of what I'm doing. All right, so let's talk about knowing your business inside and out. So who can read that first one for me? Identify your USP. Who can read that for me?
What unique problem do you solve? What market gap do you fill that no one else addresses quite the same way?
So, this is the same as your unique value proposition. I'm sure you guys have heard that before. What is your unique value proposition? So, what makes you special? What problem do you solve? And how is it that you're doing something, or what are you doing that no one else is doing quite that same way? So, who can tell me, or does anyone have, what is your unique value proposition, or what makes you special? Who can give me that, an example of what makes them special? What are they doing? What are you doing that makes you special?
I have an idea.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
So I'm in a fraternity. I've been dabbing around like making my own fraternity wear because pretty much
Okay.
if you look, everybody's wearing the same stuff. So I design my own stuff. I'm not actually selling. I sold it to some of my people that I went to school with and some other Kappa members. But my unique idea is to make workout gear for all the D9. So the Kappas, the Alphas, the Zetas, the Phi Beta Sigma, whatever. I don't see any workout gear. Like you see Nike, you see Adidas stuff. People like to rep their fraternity Greek letters, but I don't see any workout gear that you can go into Foot Locker or go anywhere and buy that has fraternity stuff on it. So that's my unique idea.
I like that. I like that. That's a great idea. Very good concept. You're taking something that people are already wanting, but then you're turning it into a different way for the workout gear. So I love that. That's a great idea. And what fraternity did you say you're a part of?
I'm a Kappa Alpha Psi.
All right, sir. Well, unfortunately, you're not in a real fraternity.
I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming.
I'm not gonna hold that against you. I'm not gonna hold it against you, sir.
I'm not gonna hold the fact that you're delirious against you either.
I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. But actually, I love that. Yeah, I love that. That's a great concept. Anybody else? What makes you special?
I'll go. We
Go
do
ahead, sir.
we do training, and we're AI first and combine wellness, soft skills, and hard skills all in our training.
Say that one more time for me.
I said that we are AI first in our training,
Okay.
and we do hard skills, soft skills, and wellness all encompassed in our training for a career in IT.
You using okay. So you're taking
Then
the
all of a
AI.
sudden, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, yeah. I thought you were saying something.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Good job. Good, good, good. So, we definitely want to make sure we're taking advantage of the AI and that we're bringing AI to the forefront and helping people to use AI for a lot of their different needs, especially when it comes to tech and to bringing that into the forefront. So, great job, sir. All right. So the next one, know your audience. Understand your target audience's needs, pain points, and language. Avoid industry jargon and that creates barriers instead of connections. So, what can you say that you do? Who can tell me about their audience? What do you know about your audience, or what are some of the main things that your audience is looking for? Who can tell me that? All righty, now y'all know I will call on you.
This is Monet. Um, I'm a published writer, and my audience are my mission is to make the invisible visible. So, in telling my stories, fictional and non-fictional, uh, to bring to those who have been silenced to be able to use their voices.
So tell me about your audience. Who is that audience?
Mainly Black women. Uh, I titled uh, one of my testimonials blogs "Bottom of the Barrel." Uh, being a Black woman, uh, experiencing that, all Black women, uh, compared to all genders, to all races, we are bottom of the barrel.
Okay, so one thing I would want you to do is you need to kind of target your audience a little bit more deeper because all Black women aren't the same. A Black woman from New York may have different experiences than a Black woman from Arizona. So we always want to make sure that we kind of target in because when we throw out a big wide net, we may not catch what we're looking for. Does that make sense?
I hear you, and I'm not saying everyone is the same. There is a core experience, like I said. Um, Me not being able to use my voice and
Mhm.
giving my own testimonies, using my own stories, I have
Mhm.
bring other people, especially Black women, able to be my audience, to want to
So
hear more, to be able to use their voices.
so that sounds like Black women who have not been able to use their voice or who
Correct,
felt like they haven't been heard.
correct.
So that's kind of targeting a little bit more, same sense, but it's more of Black women who haven't been heard. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so we just always because we again, like I said, we don't ever want to just throw out a giant net and think we're going to catch everything that we want. So we have to kind of put in that key component of who are the people that I'm looking for, who are the people who need my service, need my product, if that makes sense to you.
Yes.
All right. All right, who can read that next one for me?
Quantify your impact. Use concrete numbers to demonstrate value and build credibility with specific measurable outcomes.
All right. So a part of what we want to do always, thank you, sir, is to make sure that we can show the value, build the credibility with our specific measurable outcomes. So we always want to make sure that we know what we're going to get out of doing something. What am I going to get out of it? How is this going to be beneficial to where we know where it's going? Does that make sense?
Can you expound on that a little bit more?
So when you think about your value proposition statement or knowing your audience, you also want to make sure that are you actually demonstrating a value to them? We think we're helping or we think we're doing it, but are we really? So the only way to do that is to measure that and to look at the outcomes, see, survey our clients. Did you like my food? Was my service helpful? Did it relate to you? Because we assume that what we're doing is right, but we have to know by asking the questions. I can bake a great cake, but until someone tastes that cake and comes back and tells me, you know what, it needs a little bit more sugar, or, it really was kind of dense. It wasn't really soft and fluffy. I won't know that. So I need to find out. I got to get that to see, am I really giving out what I said I'm giving out, and test that through the market. Does that make more sense?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Judge, but how do they get this information? You were talking about, do they do customer survey? How do they get to quantify your impact? How do they get that information?
So you wanna do survey. When you're thinking about like a marketing plan, we can put out a marketing plan, but you also want to know, think about when you go somewhere, you do something, what's one of the first questions they ask you? How did you find out about me? How did you find out about this business? They want to know, where did you reach out, or how did you connect? So that way they can know, that was it the marketing plan I did? Was it my website? What was it that I did that attracted you to me? So we always want to be able to measure what's working and what's not working. And so we always want to be able to survey. We want to ask questions. We can have focus groups, whatever, to just get an idea. You can sit down with your family and say, hey, what do you think of this? So that way we can gauge and judge, if is it working. Robert, I see you got a question for me.
I was just going to say there's a really good book called The Mom Test, and it talks about how you can informally get information about what problems people are having without talking about what it is that you do. And that way you get an unbiased view of where the problem is, and so that your whatever it is that you're doing needs to solve that person's problem if that person is in your target market.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Put that in the chat if you could, the name of that book.
Yeah, it's called The Mom's Test, and I'll find it on Amazon and put the link in there.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
So I have a question. So let's say I wanted to get the D9 views on purchasing workout gear. Is it specific? I know it's probably companies out there that'll run that, get the information if you tell them what you want, and they'll reach out and they'll do the. If you put the survey, they can put the survey together. Do you have the names of any companies like that, or point people in the right direction? Like, instead of me doing it, if I want to see what the percentage of fraternities and sororities said they would purchase workout gear if it had their Greek letters on it.
Yeah, there's lots of different companies that help you with your marketing, and do surveys based on marketing. One of our clients, that's his business, and I can reach out to him and connect him with you. He kind of does that, where they quantify and determine whether something you're doing is working. But yeah, you want to, you start out simple though. Start out simple. Ask some of your frat brothers, ask some other D9 people, what do they think of the idea, or, maybe some slogans that you might want to put on the workout gear based on that fraternity. Does that make sense? So
It
what
does.
are some slogans that you would think that would be, that Kappas would want to have on their workout shirt, that's going to relate to them and their workout, but also relate to their fraternity? What are some things that maybe AKAs would want on their workout gear to say, slogan that still relates back to them? You could say, they're working out, but they want to work out and they say, this is a serious matter. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So those
Hey,
are kind of
Judge,
things you want to test, and just ask people that that are in the fraternities and sororities. Yes, sir.
I was going to ask you, is that something we could research in Chat GPT or one of the AI tools to research your slogans or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. You can, each one of them tell you what their slogans are, but you also want to be able to say, how can I take that slogan and turn it into a workout phrase?
Hmm.
So like I said, with the AKA, they have a slogan where they say, this is a serious matter. So if I'm working out, then, and I have that on my t-shirt, or my sweatsuit, then that's going to be something that would help relate to that workout. So that's what I'm thinking. But Excuse me. But you can do that. You can test that through or ask those questions through ChatGPT, or you can just, connect with people that are, in the sororities, fraternities.
Yeah.
But I'll give you my information. Make sure you have it. We can connect and we can collaborate and talk a little bit more in detail about that.
Okay.
All righty, let's move. All right. And so we're talking about our pitch. So there is no such thing as one perfect pitch. Because the way I pitch to a client is going to be very different than my elevator pitch to a investor or to someone that I want to collaborate with or someone I want to hire to manage my business. So we got to think about that. So for an investor, I want to focus on clear business value, scalability, and growth potential. But then if I'm talking to a retail or industry insiders, I want to talk about appreciate, appropriate, product details, manufacturing processes, and how you feel specific market gaps. So, think about that as you're doing it. Each pitch is different. So you want to be able to take some key components of what you do, but then you want to be able to kind of morph it and change it based on what you're talking about. And then, of course, that golden rule, sell them the problem, not just a solution. Because again, you want people to think about what you're telling them. Think about it. Make them relate to it to where they can say, yeah, I understand that. Bring it home to them to bring back those special memories. Bring it home to where it can connect. And then that way they're going to want to talk to you more and get more detail from you, if that makes sense. All right, so let's talk about crafting your pitch using the 6 P's framework. All right, so who can read that first one for me?
Presentation, professional, concise, and polished delivery.
All right. Next one.
Pain, clearly define the problem you solve.
Gotcha. Next one.
Premise, explain your solution and its value. And people, showcase the capable team behind it.
Gotcha. So you want to be able to do all this in a few short sentences. You want to be able to connect with people, explain to them the problem, see what that problem is, give them your solution for that problem, and make sure that it relates and how you're going to be the one that's going to solve that problem with that solution. All right, so let's keep it clear, concise, and conversational. So who can read that for me? And let's see if we can get somebody different. Let me see who I can pick. All right, let's see.
Well, I'm driving, so I really can't read. So if I wasn't driving.
Listen, no, you've been talking enough. Let's see if we can find somebody else. Let me see. We got, today's Men's Day, it seems like. All the men talking. Come on, ladies, what's going on? You gonna let these men show y'all up? Miss Christina Wright.
I'm driving too.
Uh-oh. All right, I don't want y'all talking while you're driving. Don't want that.
You know what? We did set this up during this time so people are driving.
Drive time radio, Mark. We got drive time radio.
Yeah. So
all right.
That's good though. That's good. They're tuning us in on the road.
All right. So we want to be clear, concise, and conversational. So we, of course, now here's one thing. Use plain English. A lot of times we try so hard to let people think that we're so smart that we overtalk them. Or we assume that they know every detail about what we're doing and what we're talking about, that we overtalk them, which means I did not understand a word you said. It went right over my head. So we always want to make sure that we talk to them, and I always say, talk to them like you're talking to a 5th grader. Keep it simple. Don't try so hard to use a lot of acronyms, don't use a lot of, fancy words that they may not understand. And a lot of times, especially those in the tech world, you know what I'm talking about, Robert. In the tech world, y'all get so fancy, it gets so complicated that sometimes you overtalk your audience. So we got to make sure we keep it simple. Make sure we use perfect pitch. I'm sorry, perfect length, excuse me. We want to keep it within that 30 to 60 seconds, up to maybe 150 words, just enough to catch their attention and hold their attention and then make them want more. Like I said before, they want to call you to get more detail. They should want to reach out and schedule that appointment with you to get more detail. We don't want to talk and tell them everything in that moment. Practice until it flows naturally. So, when we say, well, I think I have a pitch, okay, that's great, but you got to practice it. You got to keep saying it till it comes out so natural that you can change it up if you need to. So, not that we want to make it sound like a script, but we just want to make it where we can change it up as we need to based on who we're talking to. All right, delivery with passion and confidence. Deliver with passion and confidence. So we all know in life, one of the most important things is not always what you said, it's how you say it. When someone comes up to you and they're kind of nervous and their voice is cracking and they're shaking, are we really paying a lot of attention to them? But when someone has the confidence, they look you in the eye, they're smiling, you almost feel like whether they are or not, you feel like they know what they're talking about, right? So you always want to be confident about what you're saying because you're confident about your business. You know that you have a great product. You know that you're giving out a great service. So you should be confident with that. And you want to be excited because I'm telling you the great news. I'm giving you something that's going to be amazing and it's going to change your life. It's going to help you. So I should be excited to tell you about my business. Shouldn't be nervous. I should be excited. And that opening hook is where you're going to catch their attention. Sometimes you can ask a question. Sometimes you can just tell them something. Like you said, I turn, pictures into, I take I capture your life through pictures. I capture your dreams through pictures. I capture those special moments through pictures. You catch them with that hook, that's going to say, tell me more about that. And you always want to be ready, be prepared so that if they ask you more questions about it, or if they want more detail, then you can be ready to give them that information. Don't just say something and then that's it. That's all I got. Uh-oh. So be ready to answer those questions and give more detail about your business so you can tell them more about what you do and how you do it. All right. So here's an example of a pitch. Someone read that for me. Someone that's not
No,
driving.
what? Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe everybody's driving. You may want to go ahead and read
I
it.
can read it. I can read it.
Okay. All right.
Hi, I'm Sarah, founder of Green Sprout Organics. We help busy families eat healthy by delivering fresh, organic meal kits that save time and reduce food waste. Our kits are designed by nutritionists and have helped over 5,000 customers improve their diets sustainably. We're growing 30% each quarter and looking for partners to expand regionally.
Hmm. Okay, so tell me a few things that caught your attention and what she said. What do you think?
It caught my attention that she quantified the impact that she's already making.
Okay, good, good, good. Also, what I've caught, the first thing I caught was busy families eat healthy. Right now in this world, everybody has a job. Both spouses are working, so everybody's coming home tired. Everybody's trying to decide on who's going to cook tonight. Or, if you're single, you're just tired and you're trying to figure out how am I going to, cook tonight after a long day of work. So everybody's busy, right? So she's going to come in and help those busy families not only eat, but eat healthy by delivering fresh organic meal kits. So that means they're not only are they, we're going to eat healthy, but we're not going to have any pesticides or any chemicals because it's organic. Do you see how she was able to put that in there? So then what did she say next? I think you said she quantified, but tell me a little bit more about that.
I believe she said that she already had, was it 5,000 customers? And
Yes.
it was, I think she mentioned about the growth she was having each quarter.
Mm-hmm. So she's telling you that she's already helping and helped over 5,000 families. So I'm already doing this for a lot of different people, and I'm helping to improve their diet. So I'm not just helping them, but I'm improving their diets because I can help you by bringing you a Big Mac, right? But I'm not only helping them, but I'm improving their diet with a kit that's designed by a nutritionist. So that means it's going to be good, it's going to be healthy. And so then she says, excuse me, we're growing 30% each quarter, which means that she's gaining more and more clients, which means people are liking what she's doing. So because people are liking it, she's growing each quarter. So that makes a difference because that tells you that obviously the families are happy with what she's
That's
doing
what tax. Okay.
and the people are enjoying the food. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So so when you give that you want to be able to tell as much positive detail as you can about what you're doing and how that's going to help. I see a hand raised up there.
Yes, sir. Your
Sir.
first question was what stood out to you as she
Uh-huh.
was putting the elevator pitch. The thing that stood out to me was the fact that it had an ask in it, and it said looking for partners to expand regionally. And I just was questioning. So in an elevator pitch, you should have an ask in the first time that you're pitching to someone.
We're having a conversation. What do you want?
But that's
Did
it in
you want to?
the elevator pitch though.
Yeah, I mean, we're your purpose. What is your purpose of talking to me? In that, whether it be if you saw me at an event, if you saw me at whatever, what was your purpose?
Copy out. I'm learning.
So the question is, the ask is, I would love to schedule an appointment with you. I'd love to meet with you. Her ask is, I'm looking for partners to expand. I'm already growing, but I want partners so I can continue to grow. So absolutely, you want to ask. In most cases, you're asking for time to schedule with them so you can give them more detail about what you're doing. So my ask is, can we exchange phone numbers? Can we schedule an appointment to talk? My ask may be that, I can come and sit down with you in regards to a loan or like she said, as a partner. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does, sir.
So,
Appreciate that.
so the elevator pitch is just not just a conversation. I am asking for something. I am letting you know that I want something from you. Does that make sense? Because the purpose is when I'm talking to you, my purpose is to connect with you so that we can collaborate or partner or whatever in some way, shape, or form. So that's in the end, that's my purpose.
Copy.
If we're just having a conversation and we just had a conversation, but in the end, I'm wanting something. When I go to a networking event, my goal is to meet someone that I can partner with, that I can network with, that I can collaborate, that I can, investors, lenders, things like that. Does that make sense? All right. So when you want to do it, you want to write down your pitch. You want to test it and refine it, share it with somebody. What do you think of this? That's why it's always great to have some mentors, someone, a colleague that you can talk to say, hey, what do you think about this? This is what I want to say. And then again, adapt it for the context. So if I'm going to a networking event of business owners that are very similar to me, then I may just want to do some collaborations or just meet people. So I may tailor it toward that. If I'm going to the Urban League of Greater Atlanta's Meet the Money People event on February 20th, then I may want to tailor my pitch toward talking to investors, funders, things like that. Does that make sense? So you want to write it down so you can kind of practice it, but at the same time, make sure it's something that's natural and it comes natural to you. All right. So at this time, I want to see who can give me their elevator pitch. If you already have one, can you share it with us? If you have an idea of one, let's practice and see if we can clean it up or fix it for you. Who's ready? Who's got one?
There was a question about, yes, we will.
I'm sorry. There was a question mark. I didn't see it. Oh, I can't hear you, Mark. Can y'all hear Mark? Can you hear me?
Huh? You can't hear me? You can't hear me?
I couldn't hear you. Could everyone else hear you?
Yes, I hear him.
I could hear him.
Okay.
I hear him
I got
now,
some bad, I
but I
got some
didn't hear what
bad
he said.
Wi-Fi over here. I'm sorry. It's me.
Yes, yes, you will have access to this presentation and transcript of today. And we're going to be sending out information about volunteering for the Meet the Money event. I'm going to share the flyer with you at the end of this presentation today, so you can all sign up and come to the Meet the Money event. All right. So
All right,
go ahead,
who-
John. I'm sorry.
All right. So who has who can share their
I'll go.
who can share their elevator pitch?
I'll go.
All right.
Hi, my name's Robert Joseph, and we do transformational talent and workforce development in the area of IT. That means we teach the whole person hard skills, soft skills, and wellness all in one, and being AI forward. If you would like to know more about this, please connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'd love to talk some more about our program. That's it.
I like that, Robert. But one thing I would say is when you say, if you'd like to know more about how I can transform your business.
I like that. So have a hook right there at the end if you like.
Put that hook at the end. Put that hook at the end.
Nice. That's why you're a coach, John. That was dead on. And I want to say thank you for asking, because I was just like, I don't really want to do this, but God,
But
you guys are my boys.
You knew I was going to call on you anyway, Robert. So you already knew
that. and Robert, the real big deal is a lot of times when you're out, you don't want to do your pitch.
Yeah, I know.
You got to do it. You got to start doing it to yourself when you're at the networking events and things like that. So always be prepared to do your pitch. It was good.
And what I just want to say is that I didn't want to do it, but I know that doing it is going to make it better. And John, what you just said about that little hook there, that was good, and that's going to make my pitch better. And I'm going to go back and work on it. And it's an always evolving thing. So it supports exactly what you're telling us.
Absolutely. The one thing I always say, y'all, those who know me, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes.
Being a business owner is going to be uncomfortable. You're going to go into a room full of people, and sometimes the people in that room are not going to look a thing like you. But in order to make your business grow and thrive, you're going to need that. So you have to go to that event, or you have to go to that place and be prepared. Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable. Yes, you're not going to feel right. Or you're going to go somewhere where everybody's looking at you like you're crazy, but you still have to do it. And so we have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because you're always going to be uncomfortable, because it's always going to be something different. or something not quite ready. But absolutely, Robert, the thing about it is, even if we don't want to, we may not feel like it's perfect or trying, but that's where we help each other by giving suggestions. We help each other by giving that, here's what I can do, or here's how you can make this better. Someone else needs to hear you in order to know, here, throw this in there, or how about that? So that's why we want to be able to communicate and let people know what we're doing or how we're doing it so they can give us a suggestion. Because it's always the most simple thing. You never know who's going to be that one that says, hey, I tell you what, why don't you come and talk to my company? Hey, why don't you come and talk to my organization? Hey, I have a D9 meeting I'm going to. Why don't you come and join us at that meeting? But if you don't talk to people, you're going to miss it. Because what? Closed mouths? All right, now, come on now. Closed mouths.
Don't get fed.
Don't get fed.
Don't get fed.
All right. So who's next? Who's next? Who's going to give me one? All right. Y'all know I will pick somebody. Let me
I
see.
don't have one. I'm still working on my business plan. I don't have one drafted or official yet, but
Okay.
I will start with this. MDP Official, Monet's Creative World, is more than a brand. It is a living archive of stories, sound, and soul, where faith meets creativity, and every project begins and ends with purpose. My voice, my vision, my stories.
I like that. I like that. That's really good. You're saying you don't have anything, but that sounded really good. But the one thing I would change is let me help you create your voice, your sound. Does that make sense?
Okay, like I said, I haven't drafted it. I'm kind of putting things together as I'm building my business plan.
That's
I hadn't
that
gotten to
sounded
that part
amazing.
yet.
But that sounded amazing.
Yeah, that was
What you
Thank
said
you.
good.
sounded amazing. But you just said at the end, you said my, and I would just say, just switch that to your, because you got to make it about your client. You got to make it about the person you're talking to. That's the
It
only
was
thing I would
good.
Understood.
say.
It was a good
Thank
pitch, though. Yeah.
See, y'all always be swearing y'all don't have something, then you open your mouth and it be phenomenal. So I don't know why y'all be doubting yourselves like that.
you.
What's up with that? You
Hey,
guys are great and you just don't know it. Stop being shy about that. You guys have some great ideas, great information. Don't be afraid to let yourself shine. That's the part of that creativity. You guys are amazing. You're doubting yourselves. All right, who is next? We got a few more minutes before we're gonna close out. So let me see if we can
I'll
get one more.
try.
Okay.
Okay. Good morning. I'd like to introduce myself as the Will to Win. The Will to Win is helping homeowners keep the properties that they have and to build generation wealth. And the way we do that is through wills, trusts, and estate planning to do that before there is a need. And once you do that, you are ready regardless to what your situation may be family wise. If you do not have a will or a trust, your property goes to the state, and that can take a long time. And so I'm willing to help you remedy that issue so that we can maintain our properties and generate generational wealth for our families and communities.
Okay.
That's
I
it.
like that. The one thing I would say is when you're thinking about, the will, the purpose of your will, the purpose of your trust is to take care of the family that you leave behind.
Yes.
And when we're thinking about that, I don't want the state or some executor to make a decision outside of what I really wanted to happen.
Okay.
So when you're thinking about that the purpose of I'm going to help you make sure that your family continues to keep your the legacy that you built for them, that hard work, the legacy that you built for your family. Let's make sure they get to keep it. Let's make sure it stays in their hands.
Great. That's great.
Because we all know when it comes to a will, insurance, they're not for the person who died, they're for the person who lives, the people who
Right.
live, the family they left behind. Let's make sure your family that you're leaving behind is well taken care of.
Thank you.
But great job. Very good. Very good. All right. So you guys are getting an idea of how that works. You want to be able to tell someone what you do, and you want to excite, but you got to make it about them. It can't be about you. It can't be about how, you're great your business is. It's about how great my business can help you, how I can make your life better. Because everything's got to be about that person. If I'm talking to you, I want you to I'm going to show how I can add value to your life,
John.
right? Yes.
Oh, I was going to say I'll try. I just stopped driving, so I'm a little bit more focused.
Okay. Go. All right, my buddy, my friend. How
Hi,
you doing over there?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh man, I'm surviving. All right, what you got for me?
All
What you
right.
got for me?
Okay, so my name is Viola. I have a wellness-centered bookstore designed as a third space for community located in Marietta, Georgia. It's called the Better Today Books and Boutique, and it's actually a place to slow down, to read more as a thing that you put into your self-care routine and to help people feel grounded space-wise. We have experiences that are supported by the wellness studio that we own next door. And it's a place where we offer practical wellness experiences and workshops, and it goes along with our wellness mission. Overall, we're a unique bookstore. We're not your average bookstore. We have events where we celebrate independent authors as well as other people from the community. And our goal is to connect even more with the community, especially this year through our events, our celebrations, and encouraging people to read more.
I like it. I like it. I like it. The great thing about your bookstore, Viola, excuse me, Dr.
Mhm.
Lanier. The great thing about your bookstore is an opportunity for people to showcase their work that may have not had that same opportunity.
Mhm.
This is a place where I can go and have my book, whereas maybe a Barnes and Noble's not going to give me that opportunity.
Right. Yeah.
And so on one level, it's a place where I can showcase my work. I can have my work put out there so that people can find it and buy it. But at the same time, your bookstore also allows people to go and find stuff that they wouldn't have found at Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble has two little shelves of African American literature,
Mhm.
history, all that squeezed into two shelves out of this giant bookstore, but we get two shelves.
Mhm.
Well, at your bookstore, their voices can be heard. I can
Right.
find the stuff that's going to relate to me. I can find the stuff that's going to relate to my children. I won't have that hard time looking for it where I can come and, like you said, I can sit down, I can unwind, relax, and find those things that will help my entire family.
Mhm. Right.
So, so you want to make sure you're letting it be known that this is what I'm doing. I'm giving you the opportunity to not only escape from the hard ails of life and the stress of the everyday stress, but also I'm giving you the opportunity to find something that's going to relate to you, relate to your children.
Mhm.
So, again, make sure you're making it about them and letting them know this is how I'm going to benefit and help you.
Thank you.
But great job. Thank you so much. And like I said, she's got an amazing bookstore. If you have not, you should definitely go out there. And the one thing about your place is it is so relaxing. I guess you got the aromas, you got just the whole.
Yeah.
Is it the decor? Is that the right word? I'm not
Yeah.
very
Yes,
fancy.
you're right. The
The
decor.
decor is really relaxing. And
Thank
so,
you.
it's a very nice place and you feel comfortable just to sit down, pick up something, read it, and it's a great warming place. So I do love that about it.
I see
I
Dawn.
Thank
I
you.
see Dawn has her hand raised.
Yes.
Okay, good morning. I wanted to share my pitch. I still need to work on it and take what you've given us and add to it, but this is what I had kind of before.
Okay.
this call. So, my name is Dawn Muhammad. My sons and I own a business called First Teacher Learning Aromatic Baked Goods. Our aromatic baked goods offers healthier dessert options for those who are conscious of what they eat and for those looking for alternatives to the highly processed sweets currently on the market. And our First Teacher Learning products offer coloring and activity books for children that teach them important skills as well as help to raise their self-esteem. And we also offer artistic creations for the entire family. So my sons are artists as well as bakers. And yeah, so that's what I have.
John, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a little bit of noise behind me, so I was trying to block
Okay.
out that noise. I unfortunately I couldn't quite hear you. Got a little bit of
I'm
noise
sorry,
behind
was
me.
I going too fast?
No, I heard it. It sounded good.
Okay. You want me to do it again or?
No,
Would
no,
you
no.
mind? I want to hear it. I do want to hear. Like I said, they were kind of talking behind me.
Okay. Okay, so again, my name is Dawn Muhammad. My sons and I, we own a business called First Teacher Learning and Aromatic Baked Goods. So Aromatic Baked Goods offers healthier dessert options for those who are conscious of what they eat and for those that are looking for alternatives to the highly processed sweets that are on the market currently. And then our First Teacher Learning products offer coloring and activity books for children that teach them important skills as well as help to raise their self-esteem. And we also offer artistic creations for the entire family, as my sons are artists as well as bakers.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
I have to add I have to add what you said about the quantifying what we've already done and being
Yes.
able to kind of become the solution to the problem that we're putting out there.
Absolutely. So now the one thing you got to remember,
Mhm.
whenever you're talking about baked goods or sweets,
Mhm.
you've already you've already got that person just because you're talking about we all know here in America what is our biggest problem is we love sugar. We love
Yeah.
sweets. We love something good and delicious.
Mhm.
And so that you already hooked someone by saying I have something that's not only is it going to be sweet, delicious, and taste good, but it's going to be a little bit healthier. Not going to be all that processed sugar. It's not going to be all those processed things. So it's going to be a lot healthier and delicious for you. So
Mhm.
that's kind of how you always want to make sure you add that into it. That because people are gonna always want to talk about their sweets and desserts and how much they love it. But there's nothing better than the thought of I can have something sweet that's going to be better for me or be good for me, right?
Yeah.
But great job. I like that. Great job.
Thank
All right, so I know we're about running out of time. We're about closing out, but
Yeah, we do one more. Parham. We got
okay,
one
go
more.
ahead, sir.
Good morning. So, thanks for the lesson today. Learned a lot. I do have an elevator pitch.
Go
My
for
name
it, sir.
My name is Najee Farham. I am the founder of Unbroken Growth LLC, a leadership development firm. Most leadership training teaches theory. We focus on action. The gap between what leaders know and what they practice often costs organizational growth, uh, trust, and culture. Through Unbroken Growth, we teach leadership as a daily habit using real world scenarios and personal accountability frameworks. It's leadership you don't just learn, you live. Uh, if you know any organizations looking to build stronger leadership pipelines, I'd love to connect. That's my elevator.
I I like that, sir. I like the way you said not only leadership but action, because people know the difference between people saying, here I'm a leader versus someone who's taking action. So I like that. I really like that. That was good.
Chat GPT, sir.
There's nothing wrong with using any assistance that we can. This ain't class, ain't no teacher. We don't get a bad grade because we pulled information from other places. Don't be afraid to use the AI, the Chat GPT to help you. Just make sure you make it your own. Take what they give you and make it your own. So I'm so sorry. I'm at the Rice Center over here, and there's people moving all around me. But so make it your own. So don't be afraid to use it, but just make sure you make it your own. So I know Mark said he wanted to show that the Meet the Money, so I'm gonna stop sharing. And so you can pull that up, Mark.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up. I'm having some issues on my end with internet.
We see it.
Yo,
I
you
see
see
it.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. So we want to invite everyone for our Meet the Money event coming up at the end of the month, February 20th. Click here and make sure you put in the code UL to get a discount on the tickets. But it's a great event. We're partnering with the Atlanta Black Expo. So it's a whole weekend of activities. It starts out on Friday with our event where you learn how to get funded. We're going to have all different types of funders there to discuss. We're going to have matchmaking. We're going to have panels. It's going to be a great event. This is our yearly event, but this year we're partnering with the Atlanta Black Expo. So on Saturday and Sunday, there's an expo that you can vend at. If you're interested in vending, let us know. Or when you click on the website for the Atlanta Black Expo, you can sign up as a vendor and you can get discounts on that as well. So I have the flyer up on the screen, so please click the link. We also are going to be sending out the flyer, so make sure you attend. It's great. It's going to be a great networking event. Like on Friday, not only after our event in the evening, we're going to have a food truck event. On Saturday, they're having a party. There's a lot of things going on, so we want to make sure you're a part of this. So click on the QR code. We will be sending it out, and we hope to see you there. I do want to show you that next week we're talking about budgeting. Okay, so we want you to come back. Understanding your business budgeting. One of our subject matter experts is going to be here to talk about budgeting for your business, and we hope to see you there. I don't know anything else you want to talk about, John?
No, but again, business budgeting is so critical. If you don't know where your money is, then that means it's going out the door. And you should be able to track your money, because we always wonder why am I doing so much great business, but I don't have any money in my pocket? Well, if you don't know your numbers, that's why you can't answer that question. So, and you're not going to be able to grow or scale if you don't know where the money's going. If you put money into a marketing plan, or you got to know, was it worth it? Did it make money? Did it help me? So you have to be able to quantify that. So we always want to know our budget. We want to know how our business is making money. So please come join us next week so you can get that great information and understand more about budgeting and how you should be tracking your money. But thank you again, everybody. I appreciate y'all coming. Thank you, Mark.
One
Hopefully you
question,
got-
one verification. He said the code is just UL for
I'm sorry, what-
registration.
for the Meet the Money? I'm sorry?
The code is just UL when you try to
Yeah.
register for the expo?
Yeah.
Just, okay,
Yeah.
because I was out there. Okay, thank you.
Just put the promo code UL and you'll get the discount.
Thank you, because that's what I was asking for. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. All right, John. I am going to start posting all these to our YouTube page, our Urban League YouTube page, so you can go back and see the videos of this sessions. So thanks for joining us this morning, and I'll see you next week with business budgeting.
I'm sending you a text,
Thank you.
a chat, rather.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Martha, reach out to me. I
tried to, and I couldn't get nobody answered.
Did you call me?
Yes.
Call me again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well,
Okay,
make
then.
sure I have the correct number.